41, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays. Too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the nation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet. Good gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football. So USC's offense will try to get something started with their first possession.
And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to... for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets it out fast. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. This offense has it with really good field position. He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. This time it's complete. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The play action fake. Makes the grab. It's Cano.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. He'll put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
Now facing a third and long. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Complete on the shuffle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Seminoles will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Got it behind the line. It's Cano. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Punts it out of the air. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Firing to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Trojans.
But how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14, Florida State, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. And now a big decision coming up on 4th down.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got his man. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. On target. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Still looking on the move. Running to Green. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles.
The Seminoles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, You can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Red pass is complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And into the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Noles! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. He makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They use the end around. First play of the drive. That will get the eyes moving. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. This should be the last play of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Trojans trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, USC. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Noles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play in second and a mile. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. On the move and looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Working that left side now. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge, explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Fires downfield. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
He's got an open man. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and in winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting him, keep spinning.
Touchdown, Trojan! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
38, Florida State, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Still on his feet at the 45. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Timeout, USC.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's got him in the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Oh, what a caught. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick. To the air on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Trojans! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Going to swing it on second down. They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Under fire. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee. And
he lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Right on the money. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Back to pass. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.